beg any man to love you because you will suffer. The suffering will be different.
You really love him if the man truly loves you more.
Nah, what are you on? It's not your problem. Hey guys, first of all, do you like our outfits? They were made by Monketh Clothing. Shout out to you. That's my friend. She's based in Ibadan, Nigeria, and she makes these really cute sets. She makes all sorts of things, and they're all A1. What do you guys think?
I love it. Yeah.
It's just like a cute, fun outfit, especially when you're on holiday, but you just want something free, casual, but you still look put together.
Together without looking
exactly. Just chill.
I even want like a pair of trousers because you need like long.
Yeah, she does amazing long trousers actually. Like the wide leg ones in like all these like.
I want to borrow your top so then I can have a couple.
Ooh, yeah. See. Anyway, so shout out to her. We'll link it in our bio so you can check her out.
Yeah, comfortable as well, and it seems like you could put it in the wash. And rewear it.
You can. I've washed mine twice already because I was wearing this in Nigeria.
In and out.
Literally, it's just so easy to wear. But anyway, guys, I started following this account on Instagram. It's called Go Fund Yourself, and it's all about money, family, love, partnership, money habits, all of that good stuff. And they always have the craziest dilemmas and people typing in. My friend was like, every time she reads a news story, she is more and more afraid of men. So that's to give you an idea. But yeah, I came across this one in particular, and it was basically saying, I resent my husband's lack of responsibility. Not too shocking, to be fair, because I think if your husband was acting like a bum, I would resent that too. But anyway, she says, my husband and I bought our first property about 8 years ago when I was pregnant with our first. Prior to this, we were big spenders and didn't really realize the value of money. We both earned really well, but lived with his parents, so we're able to save for our house. We had a couple of debts. His parents gave us money to pay it off. Shout out to his parents.
Mummy and daddy.
And that was a year before they applied for their mortgage. She says, when it comes to buying our house, while I sat with the mortgage advisors and arranged everything, her husband did zilch. Like, he was not involved in any of the conversations. He didn't even have the ability to, it seemed. He didn't understand the process. She just felt like he didn't care. But when he's out with his friends, he would come across like he knew it all. She says, I felt resentment because I realized he hadn't used the money his parents gave him to pay off his debts. Or if he had, he'd allowed himself to get back into debt. So it didn't matter at that point because her credit score was enough for the mortgage. But of course, as time has gone, she's just like, so clearly you either never paid off the debt or you didn't learn from your mistakes and you got into more debt after your parents bailed you out.
First things first, number one, parents that keep giving him stuff. That's already an issue.
No, but we don't know the situation. It could have just been that time to help. You're living in their house. They want you out of their house.
Why are they
I didn't even think about that.
They want you out of the house.
You're already living in their house. That's already something. And then now paying for debt on top of that.
Yeah, they're trying to set up their child for success. But the issue is, clearly he's bad with money, or he has some sort of addiction that is costing money.
He knows that his parents will always bail him out.
Because you think about it, if she's seeing, he's buying designer this, designer that, then she could be like, okay, that's where the money's going to. But it's like she didn't know.
Yeah.
Because his parents are always bailing him out.
I have to agree with Asha, because she's actually saying there's now two things at least that we know that show that his parents are always bailing him out. The first thing is that, first of all, they've let you live in their house in order for you to get yourself together, which is a great thing, really good. But it clearly shows that they step in a lot
to save him, so he can mess up as much as he wants because he knows his parents will always be there to save him.
Anyway, she continues, after buying our home, my husband continued to be poor with money, with no thought for the future, and always after a quick win. He's always dreamed big, but never realised if it sounded too good to be true. It usually is. I've had to remind him we don't want for anything because I ensure we live on a budget and save for things. There's been times in our marriage where I felt like I was going to lose it all if I didn't regain some control. There's been multiple times I've had to help him emotionally and financially due to his poor choices. I feel like his parents never educated him on the importance of independence and always enabled him.
There is help, and
that would do it. And how do you balance you want to give your child a head start, you want to be there for them because life and the economy is getting tougher, and you also want to equip them with what it takes to stand on their own 2 feet and do their own thing, make the right choices, and educate them. It's kind of a tough one, really.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I think tough love has to step in sometimes.
When though?
When
do you do the education, like educating about the value of money, the theory of it, like, oh, this is what you need to do, you need to save, you need to do this, and then give them the chance to have the practical experience, which means stepping back and almost letting them suffer a little bit.
There is a difference between your son coming to you and saying, my wife and I want to buy a home and would like your support, versus my wife and I are buying a home, we need your support, but we're also going to live here, and then after you're also going to remove me on debt, and then after we're finished, when we get a house, I'm also not going to care, I'm not going to involve myself in any of the surveyors or blah blah blah, etc., the banking, the management, all of those meetings. There's a big gap there where this man is just literally like, yeah, you deal with it.
And now that I think about it, I think that would have shown in a lot of things.
But there would have been red flags before they got married.
That's what exactly, like, clearly this isn't an isolated incident. This isn't just one thing that maybe he's not good at, but the rest he's all right. Like, this is, like, again, poor money management, big spender, never really stood on his own 2 feet, because he went from fully dependent on parents to now fully dependent on you. Because how is it that you are not involved in any of your mortgage conversations, sir?
Because his PA will do it, his wife.
But were you taught about money growing up?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay, so everyone needs to take responsibility for their own actions. Then you can't blame the parents.
Yeah, I don't blame the parents. I don't blame the parents. I don't want to even blame her, to be honest, because there was red flags she could have seen, but
certain things you actually don't see until you're deep in it. If they didn't buy that mortgage, she wouldn't have known that this man is financially illiterate, or this man,
and also lazy. Like, he actually doesn't want to know. But then, do you know, on top of that, it's the getting in front of your friends
and being able to be the number one.
Sir, the same energy of cluelessness, you better carry it throughout. Because what do you mean?
You're not acting me responsibility over there, but out here.
You know, like, there are men like that. When they're now talking, we've got a property, What's we?
Who's we?
Who is we?
What would you do if you were in that situation?
I'd make that man understand. I would.
But
I'm dragging you to every meeting. You need to You see, when the lawyers are sending things for you to read and you sign, I'll actually say, I'm not going to read it. You read it,
sir.
You give me the points and what you have found in those, and then.
But then that's putting it in his hands when you know that he doesn't care and also doesn't have the knowledge.
We don't end it there. I'm giving you that responsibility as I just need you to take this on. We're a team, Abby.
Yeah. You're
taking this part on, but we're not just going to send it off to the lawyers and say, you've done the job and that's it. We're going to sit down and start looking
at homework.
Yeah.
I guess I will train you. Your parents didn't train you. I will train you.
There's no way you're trusting that man to do the meeting.
Because you will literally, first of all, your interest rate.
You will tell him, go do all the surveyors.
It'll be like 20%. The house will have damp.
The repayments, That China, what's that China thing? The trees that grow in your cracks. There's a particular grass that grows on your.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like he didn't even check to see if that existed in that list or that plan. The water, the gas. What does your house even run on? I don't know. Just like my wife will handle it. There's some men, or there's just some marriages where the wife handles everything. and the man just provides the cash or the money, and they just don't want any involvement.
Yeah, but that's different.
That's different. That's people playing their part, though.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not to say that this man doesn't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like, okay, this is your responsibility, this is mine, this is how we're sharing the load and all of that.
That's where my parents function.
Yeah.
So,
My dad, breadwinner. Mom,
drop the cash.
do what you need to do.
She would be like doing all the numbers, tripping it up.
Yeah, and then
we do this here, we do that.
again, in that scenario, man's not spending all the bread.
Oh, heck no.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Literally spending all the money and getting yourself in predicaments that obviously now affect your family.
But do you know what? He's not operating as a husband.
Yeah, he didn't have the mind shift from a single man to transition into a husband and a father.
He hasn't done that yet, so he needs to work on that.
But then what does she do now? Because you're saying, okay, you will essentially train him. Like, that's a grown-ass man who's probably, like, stuck in his ways. So,
I'm not even have to tell your parents about themselves and you.
Yeah, but it's
in a good way.
The parents can't. Yeah, exactly.
In a good way, not a bad way. I'm like, please leave him with me for 2 months. I just don't get involved. If he comes to you and asks something, if he comes to you and don't let me deal with my marriage today or this month, please.
Yeah.
If he comes to you to ask for anything or favors, send him back. Send him back packing. Bring him back home.
What, downstairs or upstairs to the other room?
Listen.
And they're in their own house.
In their own house now, or is it the same house? Sometimes I don't know. I just feel like we get into things and we're happy, go lucky, we're getting married, boyfriends, we kind of miss those particular things that you're supposed to, that you see later on. You're like, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't actually looking for it because you're just like, you're looking for boyfriend attributes, not thinking about husband attributes.
Same way, like when you're having kids with people, you're thinking, I just needed a man to be a father. There's a difference between a father and somebody that just wanted kids.
And a dad.
Yeah. Huge difference. And you will see it on your day to day when you have your children, when you be like.
Yeah, I think that's actually spot on because I think when you're dating people, you actually just lose track of that point in time when you have to actually switch up the expectations. Are you supposed to switch up the expectations or already have the expectations?
The expectations will switch up with age, time, and experience.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know that thing where there's a saying.
But what I'm saying is, like, are you supposed to be dating with and looking for that husband, father, provider, protector already, rather than you're dating someone that's a good boyfriend because he's doing what you expect now, but you're not looking at whether
But you see the traits of whether they can transition. Same way you are just a girlfriend, but the guy's looking for traits of whether you can transition to being a good mother and a good wife.
But it sounds like what happens is people lose track of that.
Yeah, they don't think about it because you're not thinking that far in advance.
Ahead.
But that's what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
When you're dating or when you're
I think that is why it comes as a shock actually. And I can imagine it's quite a devastating shock. Like, you're now in it.
Yeah.
The kids are here and then you're like, oh, you are terrible.
My husband's a better father than I am a mother, if that makes sense. And I don't see that in a bad way. Yeah, a lot of people be like, oh, shame. No. It's from our household or for our relationship, that's a win for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely though.
But can you judge it though? Because what fathers are supposed to do is totally different
from
what
mothers.
What
and that's why
and
that's why for me it's like cool, because I know my 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. is not the same as his with our daughter.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So do you think the bar is lower?
For
men, dads, for men?
I don't think it's lower. I just think the expectations are not as hard on them versus, I don't know.
I think it's just different. And I think
I don't think it's lower.
No, I feel like the bar for men changes depending on the age of the child.
Okay.
Because you can only expect a father to step up so much when their child is like a newborn.
Yeah.
Because the mother's like, you can change nappies. Especially if the baby is breastfeeding and doesn't take bottle. There's only so much the father can do. But I think when it comes to the years of where structure needs to be put in place, where discipline needs to be at its peak. So from 9 till late teens, that's when the father needs to step up. There needs to be an authoritative figure in the home. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. But,
I think we have like different perspectives on that though. I think also because like your household is, although mine is too. Like I guess our households are like very all three of us actually, when I think about it, like very traditional in like those gender roles, for instance. But for me, I always think, okay, if a father isn't present from day one, how do you build the bond and the respect and everything that's required for you to be that authoritative figure that actually makes impact, not just the figure that everyone's scared of at the later stages?
But I'm not saying the father shouldn't be present. The father needs to be present, but I'm saying
there's just more.
Yeah.
There's more. I'm very impatient. He isn't.
Yeah.
So you're impatient.
I'm impatient. I'm very patient, but when it comes to my toddler, who's 2, we could be here and I'm changing her and I'm putting her pajamas on. This baby's just running around in circles. So I'm like,
yeah,
get here because
like,
I need to change it. You need to
but
he will look at me and be like, why'd you do that for? Come here, babe. And I'm just like, you're making me seem like but I am, because baby, why are you going around in circles? Stop.
Yeah.
Whereas he will be like, come on then.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm just like, you're taking too long. Like, what's going on?
Who has time for this?
Yeah.
But that's because it's different. Because at that point, he's put aside his role of being a provider because he's finished working. You still need to do wife and still play mother because you still need to do food. So time is critical for you, but it's not as critical for him. So that's probably why he has more patience.
Yeah, and he's already gone to the gym and back and chill. I'm just like,
so for
napped
instance,
as well.
There you go.
That's why I said, like, is the bar lower? Because for instance, like when we went on holiday, obviously girls' holiday, a couple of us are mums, and one of them in particular was like, just saying like, like saying that her husband's a good man, like he's looking after the kids while she's away. And one person was like, well, they're his kids too. Yeah, so yeah, she was like, well, the other girl was like, well, they're his kids too. And he was like, yeah. I didn't say anything because I was just like, I get it. Yeah. To be honest, I think we probably could easily say such a thing because no matter what, it's actually low-key what we think. Like somehow
that man's supposed to be a good dad anyways. That's the
she's probably saying that because a lot of men don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. So I do feel like the bar is low. Like not low, but it's significantly lower than for women.
But would you be saying no? Because okay, cool, a man is babysitting. Oh my gosh, if he doesn't, the bar's low. He's not a good dad. Whatever.
Like are we clapping for fish that swim in water when they're supposed to?
That's what I feel like it is.
Like, why are we?
Because nobody would find it weird that dad has gone on holiday and the mom is looking after the kids. In fact, nobody will even ask him who's looking after your kids. Like,
but as women,
you get that. So
but then we get the same thing as what we're talking when the man's not the provider. We've got the issue with that. So it's the same thing. Everyone plays their roles. If a man's not a provider, everyone's looking at him sideways like,
why are you not providing?
Exactly.
That's true, actually, to be fair.
If you're going 50-50 on bills, we are looking sideways. Why are you going 50-50
Why are you making that girl, no woman? Hey.
So, yeah, everyone's got their roles. Men are providers, women are nurturers. They look after the home, men do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I like it that way. Let it stay that way. You feminists,
Ain't nothing
It depends. There's different kinds of feminists.
Just don't take the P. Don't stretch it to a point where you're using it for the wrong things.
Let's be factual, there are different kinds of feminists. I feel like there's parts of me that has like feminist views, but it's not extreme, but But to be fair, I don't actually believe in, when it comes to gender, I don't believe in equality. It's more about equity for me. Because I don't
believe in gender equality.
I don't think we're supposed to be the same.
We're not equal.
We're not the same. And I think it's okay that we're not the same. We don't have the same strengths, like you said. And there are things that come naturally to one gender and things that come naturally to the other. I'm more than happy to play my position while he plays his position. And that can be different for different families. It can look different as long as, you know, there's a fair balance. That's the main thing. So it's not about, oh, what you do, I can do.
Agreed.
Anyway. Lady, I don't know how you're going to train this, however old man is. I think I would find it very difficult to train a man on that kind of thing. That would be tough. But I mean, it is doable. I guess it depends on his attitude about it. If he doesn't care, that's going to be tough.
It is, because it's money, right? And money is a big topic in a household. So.
Yeah, and she's clearly already holding it down by, you know, making sure they're in a budget. But you are running your life. Like you said, he's not playing the position of a husband and father. You're running your life as you wish. You're spending as you wish. And your household, crazy stuff.
And the thing about that is, he will probably tell her, but I'm doing everything that a man should be. Like,
yeah,
I'm
and
providing.
she communicated.
Yeah.
Effective communication.
Yeah. Have you told
That's
her?
another thing. Do we have to be saying it in a different way? Oh God, it's not easy.
Sometimes you may need to. You may need to have this family time, like circle time, every Fridays or every Sundays.
I think it's even like, you know how men are like, you know, talk to me like, talk to the king in me.
You might need to. Sometimes when you want to sometimes you have to dangle the carrot. You don't
use your feminist ways to. Oh, but my love, my husband.
Oh, call me.
Me. My love.
My
worry me. I will be using that well.
No, make the good food that he likes. Make sure the house is clean.
But then make sure your husband don't have a coconut head. Because I think, of course, it's quite easy to lean into that part of you. But if the man, there's no getting through to him, that's no good.
Man.
That's no good, babes. You have to both be sensible, and then we can be using, you know, what appeals to the other for each other. He too will be appealing to the queen and the. As long as we're both doing that, we'll be good. That's a recipe for success.
I was going to say, do you know, even with individuals, your skin shreds every 7 years, is it? You become like you get new skin, new person, and that happens with like friendships and relationships, etc. every 7 years. So even in your marriage and in your relationship, at some point this man is bound to change. Or you can't wait 7 years, right?
He might change. He might get more stubborn and more set in his ways. But my thing is, if you, in a relationship, romantic, if you put the needs of the person before yours, if your goal is to please the other person, you're always going to be happy.
I think so too. That is actually the recipe.
Yeah.
Both of you put in each other's needs before. You will be fantastic. If that's every day what you're trying to do. Amazing.
Make sure my person's happy.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the selfish person. She's like, me.
I'm so selfless, and I think it's a problem.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I think you have a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah. You will know.
Yeah, you navigated life enough to pick someone that will also
will not take
prioritize you
of your selfless behaviours and mind and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And now that you know that, you know what to look for as well. So, and furthermore with women, I don't understand women that you don't go for the good guy. I don't know for you. You must like suffering. You must like it.
You must be a Sierra. Look at Sierra.
Literally, that man has to love you down. It's not negotiable. Please don't beg any man. Don't beg any man to love you, because you will suffer. The suffering will be different. I can assure you. So
absolutely.
Go for the one that loves you maybe more than you love him. In fact, not maybe.
Or
what do you think?
Absolutely.
She's married. So.
Somebody that will think about you before themselves, or they'll think about themselves, but before they even make that decision, they'll be like, how would this impact her, or how would she feel? Or I'm sure before my husband makes a decision, he's literally like, how would my wife and my daughter feel?
Yeah, exactly.
What position would I put them on?
Yeah.
And I think that's why he doesn't make those mistakes that a lot of, like, let's say married men or whatever make, because I think he stops
Yeah.
He's very conscious, and he's like, what do I want?
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody where I'd be like, oh, I'm really shocked by you. Like, he really shocks me. I'm like, oh, didn't think. Yes, good.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. There you have it, ladies and gents.
How do you even get to a point where you're always somebody that loves you more than you love them?
I feel like you can honestly tell.
Yeah.
I don't think, for me, I don't know.
You don't know. I feel like you have to play mind games. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
You literally have to.
Why do you feel like you can't tell?
No, I feel like if I love hard.
Yeah.
So I'll be.
Oh, you feel like you can't meet someone that'll love you more?
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
That's level of love.
That's your self-belief.
Yeah, love a girl like that.
Yeah.
I actually am.
Hey.
I feel that's your self-belief. That's something you've told yourself. But the reality is, there's no such thing. There will be a man out there that will be like, "This is my wife."
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So in your mind, you feel like you'd love him more.
I just feel like females will naturally love. We're nurturers.
No, that's true.
saying?
That is true.
This
but
isn't about me. I feel this about women. I feel like if
Generally.
the man kind of loves you more, do you really love him?
Huh?
Do you really love him if the man truly loves you more?
Nah, what are you on,
I
bruv?
don't know. Because I feel like women, I don't know.
I feel like, but don't you have, maybe you don't experience it a lot because it's not like I come across them all the time, but have you come across men that is like their wife is all they know?
Yeah, my dad.
Like you cannot play.
My dad.
Yeah.
So exactly.
I love
So
that.
I feel like we will nurture more because that is within us. But the marriages that are truly sweet, like very, very sweet, the man is definitely like, yeah, that's my wife. Don't play about my wife.
Yeah.
Leave my wife as she is.
Yeah.
Leave
Let her
like
do what
this.
she likes.
I like her like that.
Yeah.
Don't play.
I feel like I'm still in the midst of I'm there, but I'm not there.
Mm.
I feel like I'm trading in the waters of my whatever, like he's very much whatever my wife says goes, and I'm very much like we're trading in those waters, but we haven't reached that.
Yeah, but you're
the
still
promised land.
You guys are newlyweds.
Yeah, but I'm
You
waiting
guys
for
are
that.
newlyweds.
I'm just like,
There's gonna come a time that
Yeah.
comes with years and years.
Yeah.
And
I
years.
think I have to change my behavior. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I must change my behavior for this man to be like. Because if not, I was like, if not, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm the headache. Damn. But yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah, for me, that's also like what I like, and you know what I've seen as well.
Yeah,
that's the only way for me.
Yeah, if you have a
That
look at
love
our
her-
parents,
yeah.
that's how our parents are in their
Mm-hmm.
marriages.
Yeah.
My mum is up. Like nobody comes before my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
to
not
my
even
dad.
us, not even the kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was talking about that the other day.
and it's just like how.
Low-key, the day I realised that, I was a little bit heartbroken. Like, damn,
But that's how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
they will sell me down the river.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
and obviously it's like maturity that
Mhm.
made me realise, well, actually, it's actually supposed to be like that.
It's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy to think that after all these years, like this man really puts his like wife up here. Like nobody else matters.
But
And
if you're saying it's crazy, like, but that's how it's supposed to be. But because of society, social
Yeah.
media, depicting all the negative, bad relationships, we
Mhm.
see these as rare gems, and it's like, but
Yeah.
it
but
should be like
it
that.
should be like that. I totally agree.
there are times where my sister would literally be like, "Oh, yeah, dad, whatever. Like he's not done ABC." And my mum's siblings, they're even grown with their own kids, etc. Would be like, "The way your dad loves your mum is how he loved us. Your dad carried us on his back.
Yeah,
All your mum's siblings, all
Mhm.
8 of us. That's how much your dad loved your mum."
yeah.
Like,
It
I'm just
really
like,
has to be
Yeah,
like that.
and I'm like, oh, how cute. But I'm just like, no.
And I do feel like that this kind of goes into that scenario of, you know, when a guy meets the person who he thinks is his one,
Yeah, the
how
one.
they act,
Yeah.
right, compared to how they've been previously.
Sometimes
That's
the previous one is look how they treated them as well.
What do you mean?
Because Yeah. So there's a fine line between thinking you're the one, you're the special one. If you treat all of them trash, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
Oh
sometimes
no,
you're not special.
No, not that. Not that. I think if you should definitely look at how he treated the ones in the past, because no, but it's like, you know, the relationships that just they don't work, whatever,
didn't
whatever,
work.
and then
the right time. Or...
and and then they move on, and within 6 months or a year they've proposed. I'm talking about that one. And then sometimes as friends of the guy, you be asking like blah blah blah, and they will just be talking about this babe as if best thing since sliced bread, and then you can look at her and just be like, she's just alright. But to him, that is the be all and end all, because I do feel like a lot of guys, more than women, or maybe it's just my perspective, like they have their dream girl or the one that they just feel is everything.
Yeah, that ticks all their boxes.
Yeah, and when you maybe look at their exes, you may actually feel that actually this one was prettier, or this one was, you know, nicer or whatever. But to him, that one that he's picked, that he's also quickly moved around, like moved forward with, when he dragged his feet for 3 years, that's the one. And they can't explain it. They'll never tell you, oh, it's this, it's that. That's just the one. That's just the best thing for them. It's kind of similar to that, in my opinion. Anyway, just go with the guy that loves you.
Yeah.
Acts like he would die if he's not going to be, that part. Adores you.
You literally have to adore me.
Buys you Dior.
Yeah.
Prefer
That's important.
Very
important.
We're not material girls.
We're not, but it's important. You also want to be with that guy that actually wants to do for you. Yeah.
You don't have to ask.
Yeah.
I just love love, you know.
And it's that intoxicating love that me I like. All this nonchalant love. Keep that away from me. It has to be like, I want to die, you're not around. Yeah.
You know? I don't even care. Do you know, like, there's some men, like, you don't even have to have the romantic bond in your body or believe, like, in love, but as soon as you know, like, that's my person and that's what they like and that's who they are, you literally go out of your way.
Please them.
Yeah.
See, that's what we are always going to have. And even if we don't love or whatever, we will always be nurturing. We'll always be considerate. We're more likely to put their feelings above our own. And men are naturally more selfish. So he has to love you more. Because, so if it then balances.
If not... You remember that time when you were like, yeah, but look at the married women and the married men. The men have elevated. The women...
Someone else said that the other day as well. And I was just like, my friend Tommy said this one time.
Yeah.
They always look good.
Because they're being looked after.
Always. Like, I honestly think marriage benefits men the most. They be enjoying.
It doesn't, but to some extent, okay. Because they get the full thing at home. You know, like the woman that cooks, the woman that looks after you spiritually, mentally, physically.
Should I say when they get a good woman? Because there are wicked women out there. Well, when men marry good women, you see it on them immediately.
They change.
Have you not had guy friends that when they were single, they were looking haggard?
You'd be like,
but once they're married, you're like, you can dress. You glowed up. That's the woman.
I didn't see this in you before.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're looking cute. Yeah. She had foresight. She had foresight.
And you know, that's why sometimes women literally say to you, they're like, after he got married, that's when everyone's like, I could. I didn't see him that way. But...
Yes, a lot of the time, I feel like that happens a lot. You definitely see that glow up. They're looking better. And one final thing is that my sister, she said, don't be sprucing the man up before you marry him. Do it after. Don't make him nice for other women.
For other babes.
You gotta get it locked in
first, and then you can be making your changes. Let him wear them overly tight jeans. It's fine.
And then big trainers.
It's fine. It's okay. But yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you found this entertaining. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
And if we're wrong, let us know. Let's debate.
True, let's chat.
Yeah. Be respectful though. Watch it.
Absolutely.
But anyway, until the next video. Ciao.
Bye.